if may technical question, siguro I would ask the interviewer to explain muna.
Na-reverse interview.
Hindi, may ganun talaga na medyo, hindi ko magulo yung question. So, baka the interviewer could provide more context or insight.
I think as tech interviewer, hindi naman kami perfecto. Nagkakamali rin kami. Hindi ko pala siya nabigyan ng context. So, welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom.
Welcome, I'm Ryle, and I'm joined today by Migs. And today, pag-uusapan natin yung pinaka challenging sa lahat, no, in terms of finding a job. And that's mastering the tech interview. And marami kaming pag-usapan ngayon. So, pag tech interview kasi, syempre, pag ikaw, applicant, kakabahan ka talaga kasi maraming factors na pwede kang mag-fail, ganun. And ano ba yung mga common types of questions na mga tinatanong during tech interviews? And ano yung mga kinds of format na ginagamit in the industry?
Yeah. I think sa amin ang na-try na namin is meron kaming dalawang layer of interview. The first layer is yung HR interview wherein mainly mga culture fitness questions yung ina-ask, behavioral questions. Then yung second layer naman namin is technical interview siya. Wherein yun na, more on technical questions related sa qualifications na hinahanap. So, ito talaga siya, medyo madugo talaga siya compared dun sa una. So, yeah. Normally I'll talk about more sa technical questions. Sa technical questions, normally yung tinatanong namin dito is kung ano yung actually nakikita nyo sa job description. So, when you put yung mga items sa responsibilities, qualification, we're gonna ask for that or we didn't put that there para lang may mapakita lang.
So for example, naglagay kayo doon na kailangan nyo ng minimum 3 years experience in JavaScript. So, syempre magtatanong kayo about JavaScript.
Yeah. So, normally when we do technical interviews, meron kaming guidelines na pinapollow sa company namin. Like for example, for software engineer, we look at ano yung mga qualifications. So, merong writing code, debugging, monitoring, incident response. And we would ask you for each question like can you elaborate ano yung experience mo sa aspect na to, dito sa aspect na to. And yeah, doon namin mas nakikita if this person is qualified for the job. How about you? Anong experience niyo?
Ako I'd like to balik doon sa initial interview. Yung initial interview madali lang naman yun kasi parang yun nga culture fit if amenable ba sa'yo yung work location, if okay ba sa'yo hybrid or work from home ganyan din. Now the tech interview is where it gets challenging. Ako personally, I've experienced 3 types of tech interviews. First is yung live coding. So
madugo nga yun.
Madugo yun. Minsan, mapapa-quit ka na lang sa Zoom. Kung ganun. Pero di ko pa nagagawa yun. Yun. So, usually, pag live coding, may parang problem na pinipresent si interviewer. And then, siguro, gagawa ka ng function or solution doon and then you have to write it in real time. So, titignan ng interviewer paano mo siya i-approach, paano mo siya i-solve, and given a time limit. Now, the second one, and this is the kind of exam na usually ginagawa face-to-face na interview. And itong type of interview na to was the first interview I've had in my first company. So it was a whiteboard exam. So pag whiteboard exam, you don't need to learn you don't need to know how to write the code. But yung tinitingnan dito is how you approach in solving the problem.
I see.
So, tinatawag siyang whiteboard kasi really, may whiteboard talaga. And then, so for example, parang yung problem is how do you sort this array alphabetically, ganyan. So, mo lang, i-visualize mo lang, drawing mo, yung mga circle, ganyan. And, I think it's a good kind of interview kasi, siya technology or programming language agnostic siya kasi na-apply mo naman sa lahat ng programming language. Yun. And the last kind is my favorite one. Ito yung take-home exam. So yung yung
yeah.
take home exam kasi may bibigay sila na document or PDF na kunwari gumawa ka ng CRUD application using this API, ganyan. And then you're given timeline kailan mo siya ipapasa. So within 24 hours ba, within 48 hours, tas isend mo lang yung repo. Now the reason why this is my favorite kind of interview kasi walang pressure eh. Walang interviewer na nanonood sa bawat galaw mo. And then it really for me reflects the kind of work that you do pag na-hire ka na. Kasi ganun, kasi hindi naman pag ikaw ngayon developer ka, lagi bang may nanonood habang nagko-code ka?
Tama.
And it really takes the pressure away. Now, pag ikaw nag-i-interview ka ng applicant, how can you gauge if magaling ba sila in terms of problem solving? Paano mo na-check na okay ba yung skills nila, ganun?
Normally I ask for ano ba yung mga problems na na-solve nila related to this aspect. So for example, debugging. So I would ask them example, ano yung pinaka-complex na parang bug na na-encounter mo and ano yung ginawa mo to fix it. So I would really try to ask for details, how they do it, ano yung tools na ginamit nila, how did you arrive with this solution. So normally doon ko tinitry kong kunin sa kanila yung hands-on experience nila doon sa specific area na yon.
Yeah,
for me to gauge yung
and,
yung
based sa
nila.
sagot nila doon ka
Oo. And normally yung kapag medyo hindi nila ma-explain, okay, wala to. Tagilid na to.
They're just making it up.
Tagilid na to. Baka iba yung gumawa.
Ngayon,
sa inyo.
For me, yun, same din. So present a problem na solve mo in the past and how you came up with that solution. Kasi malalaman mo talaga and then if totoo ba talaga yung mga nilagay ng applicant sa resume nila. And then, of course, pag technical interviews, marami talagang maraming factors na pwede kang magkamali. Sa experience mo ba, ano yung mga common mistakes ng mga applicants during the interview process?
I think maraming na nagtatry. Yung pinakauna siguro is nagtatry mag-invento. Or, yun nga, parang hindi niya alam yung sagot, tapos tatry niyang sagutin, tapos mali-mali yung sasabihin niya, hindi structured yung sagot.
You would see right through that.
Oo. So, alam mo na agad na okay, hindi niya alam yung sana sinabi na lang niya na sorry, I'm not familiar with that.
Would you appreciate na maging honest na lang sila? Na hindi...
Actually, kasi it's a huge saves
both
time.
Di ba?
Yeah.
And then, yung iba naman, meron ding, what if parang nami-mental block lang talaga yung applicant na alam nila pero kinakabahan. How do you approach those kinds?
Normally, mararamdaman mo yan pag medyo nanginginig-ginig yung boses niya. So, normally ginagawa ko doon is, sinasabihan ko na, relax ka lang, ano lang to, interview lang to, marami ko pa pagdadaanan na ganito. So, I'll try to build rapport with them, make them relax, para mas makuha ko talaga yung knowledge. Kasi ayoko bumagsak sila kasi dahil kinakabahan lang sila. So, sa inyo ba, paano nyo ginagudge yung
Sana lahat ng interviewer ganun, nag-build ng rapport ng applicant. Kasi, kinakabahan ka na nga, masungit pa yung interviewer sa'yo. Pero for me, I've been kahit may work ako, kaya parang ginagawa ko na lang as practice, mag-apply na ng apply. Wala lang, parang pang test na kaya ko pa pala. Hindi pa pala ako kinakalawang sa mga And then normal lang naman nakabahan, pero the more na nag-i-interview ka, the more na magiging confident ka rin. And then eventually parang normal conversation na lang parang casual na lang ganun if pwede, edi good. If hindi, edi it's not for me.
Wag kayong susuko. Kasi meron nga akong mga kilala na naka 100 interviews na sila bago sila nakuha sa work.
Ayun.
Tapos sobrang nagalingan daw sa kanila yung last interviewer kasi dami na nilang practice So, yung pag-go through sa mga interview, it really helps you improve yung communication skills mo rin and mapapa-research ka rin doon sa mga technical question hanggang sa normally naman same lang din yung mga questions yun So, makakabuo ka rin ng parang repository of questions na alam mo na agad yung isasagot.
Yeah. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, Tutorials Dojo, your one-stop learning portal for all your tech certifications. So, you can check them out if you want your IT training to be streamlined. Now, The best tip I can give, no, when pag nag-interview ka para mawala yung kaba is mag-apply ka or go for tech interviews na employed ka. Kasi hindi ka desperate eh. Oo. Kasi pag desperate ka, kakabahan ka kasi what if hindi ko makuha to, wala akong pera, wala akong ganun. Pero if you're employed, edi confident ka lang na kahit hindi mo mapasa yung interview, I still have work, ganun.
Yeah. So, how about sa pag merong technical questions na hindi mo alam yung sagot, paano mo i-handle or anong ma-advise mo do sa mga applicant?
Yun. If may technical question, siguro I would ask the interviewer to explain muna.
Na reverse interview.
May ganun talaga na medyo hindi ko magulo yung question. So
okay.
Baka the interviewer could provide more context or insight na kunwari ito pala yung expected output ng function na pinapagawa niya, di ba? It's better to ask than to assume, di ba? Magkamali ka.
I agree na parang always try to ask for context, especially if hindi klaro yung tanong. And I think as tech interviewer, hindi naman kami perfecto eh. Nagkakamali rin kami. So we really appreciate na hindi ko pala siya nabigyan ng context. Minsan nga meron ako na interview, nagtataka pa ako, paano niya nasagot yun? Parang tingin ko mali yung tanong ko.
Ganun. The reason why I said that, kasi may experience ako na 40 minutes yung ginagawa yung problem and then pag confident na ako, hindi pala yun yung expected output. Tapos parang na-miss lang pala yung sa Google Docs na document ng interviewer. So yun, buti na lang na may magka-clarify ka muna. And share ko lang, I've had nag-interview din ako from time to time for developer roles. And then minsan may mga applicants na na fishy or parang sketchy. Kasi parang it would take them time to answer a simple question. Tapos makikita ko sa glasses nila na may phone or may ibang tab.
Okay.
And then yun, parang halatang nag-chat GPT lang, ganun. So red flag na yun for me. If yun, if you can't or you don't know the answer, just I think I'd appreciate it if you'd be more honest na lang, no?
Yeah. Pero yung iba talaga, I think they're trying to game the system eh. So meron talaga sila naka-ready na second monitor. O kaya yung chat GPT nila naka-open sa gilid. In that case, ang ginagawa ko talaga, I try to ask parang yung tailored fit question do sa experience niya. Like, you work with this company before, can you tell me about this problem that you solved? Para at least, yun, hindi niya chat GPT yun eh.
Kasi personal eh.
Personal yun eh. Experience niya yun eh. And, yeah. Let's see. Pero makakalusot.
Now, how does yung culture ng person na yun? How important is it na fit yung person na yun sa culture ng company nyo?
I think depende siya sa sa company. Pero in our company, what we normally do is we have like culture values or values na hinahanap namin talaga sa mga applicant before we even consider hiring them. So, for example, in our company, a software development company, we value yung mga applicant na flexible, like capable of learning multiple technologies, capable on shifting from, let's say, front end to back end. Kasi that's aligned with our business eh. So, may mga ganun kaming mga values na kino-consider talaga. And normally during HR interview. How about sa inyo?
Mahirap yun eh kasi pag nag-hire kayo ng person tas untrainable siya, it would ruin the dynamics of your team na tuloy, diba? So important din na fit. Kaya may initial interview or mag-gauge nyo na okay to na yung candidate na to for a good working relationship sa buong team namin. Now, siguro anong mga piece of advice na pwede mong mabigay for or during or even after the tech interview?
Yeah. I think yung pinaka una is do some preparation for tech interview. Research about the company, sino ba yung mag-interview sa'yo. Practice. For example, if alam mo na merong code exam, try to practice. O wag kang pupunta ng parang first time mo magka-code exam. Try to research about it. Second siguro is ito nagustuhan ko ito na ginagawa ng mga applicant. At the end of the interview, ask for feedback. So, normally, yung tech interviewer tatanungin ka, do you have any question? Then, tanungin mo na feedback, pasado ba ako? Or just try to ask for generic feedback on how you can improve.
You can improve, diba?
Yeah, kahit di ka pasado.
And then siguro to add on that, if you didn't pass, there's always another company out there na would be perfect for you. It's not the end of the world.